Many people think that it takes years and years of practice in order to get to a point where you sound good on the piano. But that's not true, because the good news is that with certain patterns, beginners can play impressive and beautiful sounding piano straight away. I've taught these patterns to my own pupils, and they love the fact that they sound great and you can learn them in just a few minutes. And these patterns can be applied to any chord progressions that you want. But for each one, I'll apply it to a specific chord progression so you can learn it yourself, and then you can apply it to other ones that you wish. So this first one I've called the alternating thirds pattern, and it's perfect for beginners because it's super easy to learn and it's got a nice flowing sound to it. So we're going to use a nice simple chord progression that is a C major, G major, A minor and F major for this one. Okay, and the pattern is this. All you're going to do is, for each chord, you're going to take away the top there, the far right, and you're going to alternate between the bottom and the middle, which is the third of the chord. 1, 2, 3. And that's why it's called an alternating thirds. There's going to be 4 beats per bar, so it's just going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and for each chord. Okay? So in the left hand, you can add a single note underneath. So if it's a C chord, you're going to add a C underneath the root. And if you want, you can add an octave as well to make it a bit more fuller sounding. But then we'll just go through it. So on the C chord, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then down to the G major, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then the A minor, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then down to the F major, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's it. So then you just play it nice and smoothly so there's no gaps between the chords. 1 and 2, 3, 4. And that's it. Nice and simple, but very effective. This next one I've called the broken chord ballad pattern because you hear it all the time in ballads, basically, including the huge hit Someone Like You by Adele. And this one has a nice energy to it whilst keeping that ballad type vibe. So we're going to use triad chords again in root position. So we're going to use the chord progression of C major, F major, A minor, and then G major. Yeah, for this one. So the pattern is this. We're going to use the middle of the chord, the bottom, and then the top of the chord, and then the bottom of the chord. And that is the pattern, and then you just repeat it around. And we're going to do 4 beats per bar again, like this. 1, and then 2, 3, 4. Yeah? And that's it. So I'll just take you through it now with that chord progression. And it's super simple with its pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the F. 2, 3, 4. And then A minor, skipping up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that make sense? And then you just play it nice and smoothly, use the sustain pedal, and then gradually pick up the pace. Add octaves in the left hand. This third one is called the Triplet circles pattern. It's got a real momentum to it. The energy just keeps on going forwards because of the pattern. And the pattern is this. So if we take a triad again, I take the A minor, and the pattern is this. Top, middle, bottom, top, middle, bottom. So it's in a group of 3, like that. And that's a triplet. Triplet, triplet. Yeah, 3, try. So that is repeated 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4 for each chord. Now the chord progression I'm going to show you now, combined with that pattern, sounds really epic. It sounds really cool and impressive. But it does include some chord inversions. So if you're not used to chord inversions, just take this super slow, get used to the chord shapes first, and then apply the pattern. So the chord progression is this. It's an A minor, root position, and then an F major, first inversion, and then C major, second inversion, and then down to the G root position. And then it's got a second part to it, which sounds really cool because you'll hear A minor, again root, and then F major first inversion again. These last two chords are going to be different though. You're going to go to a C major root position, but going up, and then a G major first. Okay? So just, like I said, get used to those chord shapes first, and then apply the pattern. Okay? I'm going to take you through it now. And I'm going to add the root notes of each chord in your left hand with an octave, but you can add a single note if you want. Okay? And this is it, with that pattern. Top, middle, bottom. 4 times. To the F first. And the C second. And then to the G root position. And then the A minor. I think we're now doing 4, 2, 1. It's up to you. Just it gives you 5 free to the F there, if you do that. F first inversion. And then here, sounds good. C, root position. And the G first there. And then you can gradually speed it up. You can also play this an octave lower if you want. Speed it up, but you may have to go slowly first. Yeah, so like I said, you can go fast when you're comfortable. That's it, an octave lower. But you might have to just gradually go through the pattern super slow with those chords when you're first starting out. But you'll be able to get it just with some nice practice. This fourth one I've called the inverted rocking pattern, and this pattern was used more recently in the hit Someone You Loved by Lewis Capaldi. And the reason why I've called it the inverted rocking pattern is because it's based around inverted chords. So once you've got your head around the inverted chords, the pattern is really easy to play. So I'll show you the inverted chords first and then apply the pattern. So in this example, the chords we're going to use are the C major second inversion, and then we're going to go down to the F major second inversion, and then the A minor second inversion again, and then the G major second inversion. So get used to those chords, and then the pattern is this. So with each chord, you're going to play the second inversion, but then you're going to take out the middle of the chord, which is the root. So you're going to play top, and then the bottom of each chord shape, like that. And there's going to be 4 beats per bar, so it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. But then you're going to add the root in the left hand, which creates that nice harmony, yeah? So that's the C chord, and play in the left, like that. Then together, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah? So the next chord was the F major, so you're going to go down. It's a chord shape, but you take out the middle, yeah, of that F second inversion chord, and then root in your left. And then the same pattern. Top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom. Okay, A minor, so again, take out the middle, root in left. Yeah. And again, the G major there, take out the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you just go through it nice and smoothly. And again, you can apply this pattern to any chord progression you want. This sounds quite nice higher up as well. By the way, if you're enjoying learning how to play piano using chords and patterns, I do have an in-depth piano course jam-packed full of lessons like this. I'll leave a link in the description below. And last but not least, we've got the bounce pattern. Okay, so you may be wondering why I've called it the bounce pattern. Well, I'll show you. So the pattern is this. You're playing a full chord in your right hand. I'm playing an F chord here. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 5, all right? And the pattern is this. You're going to go the middle right there, which is on the 5th of the chord there. And then you're going to go down, and then down again. And then it kind of bounces up to the octave up there. And then comes back down. It's like this. So that's why I've called it the bounce pattern. Because it's going down to the bottom, the root there, and then bouncing up an octave. And then coming back down. And then there's just a little bit of rhythm to add to this to make it work. Okay? So there's 4 beats per bar. But you're going to go 1 and 2 and. So on that top octave there, you're going to hold it for the and then the 3. Like this. 1 and 2 and 3. And then this next note here, when you go down, is on the and after that. And then 4 and. Like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that might take some practice, getting used to, first of all, the big stretch of the chord and then that timing. But then, once you've got used to it, you can apply it to this nice chord progression for the example of the F. And then you're going to play a C with a second inversion there, but with a G on top. Yeah? This is where you're going to bounce. Using the same pattern there, it's going to be the middle right there of the 2, starting. And then bouncing up there, and then back down there. So then the other 2 chords are just a G, full chord there, and an A minor. And then if you apply that pattern to that full chord progression, yeah, again you can play it up an octave. Sounds nice. So again, go nice and slowly when you first start. And that's it. By the way, if you're interested, I've notated all this and put it together on a PDF, which you can download in the description below. So there were 5 right hand patterns that sound really impressive and can be applied to any chord progression. But what I'm really interested in is which one you like the most. So please do comment below and let me know which pattern was your favourite. And if you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you hit that like and subscribe button. And if you are just starting out, you may want to watch my video on the 5 most common mistakes beginners make on the piano and how to fix them. I've been Arthur from Bird's Piano Academy, and thanks for watching.